بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد اللهم إني أسألك إيمانا كاملا ويقينا صادقا ورزقا واسعا وقلبا خاشعا ولسانا ذاكرا ورزقا حلالا طيبا وتوبة نصوحا وتوبة قبل الموت وراحة عند الموت ومغفرة ورحمة بعد الموت والعفو عند الحساب والفوز بالجنة والنجاة من النار برحمتك يا عزيز يا غفار ربي زدني علما وحقني بالصالحين آمين يا رب العالمين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين صلوات
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
السلام عليك يا رسول الله السلام عليك يا أمير المؤمنين السلام عليك يا فاطمة الزهراء سيدة النساء العالمين السلام عليك يا حسن المجتمع السلام عليك يا عبد الله الحسين السلام عليك يا علي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي السلام عليك يا صاحب العصر والزمان الأمان 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 السلام عليك يا خليفة الرحمن السلام عليك يا شريك القرآن السلام عليك يا كعبة الإيمان السلام عليك يا إمام الإنس والجان عجل الله تعالى فرجك وصحل الله تعالى مخرجك وظهورك وجعلنا من أنصار ورحمة الله وبركاته.
You tell me.
I'm figuring it out. There's something new.
So I swing over there. I just wanted to. I needed to swing it. So I don't know why I actually.
Ali. So it's live right now.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
And it's going.
It's going live. Give me your phone. You have a YouTube?
Yeah.
So now, whenever.
You want to try? What am I looking for?
Islamic Education Foundation. No, that's not it. Islamic Education Foundation of
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters.
Is it coming?
Yeah.
First, I'd like to request all of you to recite a Surah Fatiha for the marhumeen whose names are on this wall. The marhumeens for the family who's providing dinner tonight, and all your marhumeens with a loud salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
This is live.
Tell him to open the lens cover. Show him how to do it.
Will.
Inshallah, as you guys have seen, we have the blood drive going on right now. So please, if you have signed up, make sure that you do go based on your number in the sequence. And if you still are interested and willing and able and healthy to give blood and you're not registered yet, you can still do that. So please continue with the blood drive, inshallah. They will be here till 10:30 p.m. So we are hoping that we will be able to meet whatever the targets they talked about yesterday. So inshallah, in the name of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, we will do the donation of blood, which is the best we can do for what happened to him in Karbala. We'll start the program now with Quran recitation. I'd like to request Brother Labib Jambe to start the program with the Quran recitation. Please recite aloud Salawat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Video is still live. Straight on YouTube. Yeah. No, Sali Banko. Sali Banko. It's not okay. Alhamdulillah.
Bismillah. So inshallah we're gonna continue our last stop. So we're gonna start from verse 64 in Surah Al-Ankabut, and then we're gonna read part of the room as well. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وما هذه الحياة الدنيا إلا لهو ولعب وإن الدار الآخرة لهي الحيوان لو كانوا يعلمون. فإذا ركبوا في الفلك دعوا الله مخلصين له الدين فلما نجاهم إلى البر إذا هم يشركون. ليكفروا بما آتيناهم وليتمتعوا فسوف يعلمون. أولم يروا أنا جعلنا حرما آمنا ويتخطف الناس من حولهم أفبالباطل يؤمنون وبنعمة الله يكفرون. ومن أظلم ممن افترى على الله كذبا أو كذب بالحق لما جاءه أليس في جهنم مثوى للكافرين. والذين جاهدوا فينا لنهدينهم سبلنا وإن الله لمع المحسنين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألف لام ميم. غلبت الروم في أدنى الأرض وهم من بعد غلبهم سيغلبون في بضع سنين لله الأمر من قبل ومن بعد ويومئذ يفرح المؤمنون بنصر الله ينصر من يشاء وهو العزيز الرحيم. وعد الله لا يخلف الله وعده ولكن أكثر الناس لا يعلمون ظاهرا من الحياة الدنيا وهم عن الآخرة هم غافلون. أولم يتفكروا في أنفسهم ما خلق الله السماوات والأرض وما بينهما إلا بالحق وأجل مسمى وإن كثيرا من الناس بلقاء ربهم لكافرون.
أولم يسيروا في الأرض فينظروا كيف كان عاقبة الذين من قبلهم كانوا أشد منهم قوة وأثاروا الأرض وعمروها أكثر مما عمروها وجاءتهم رسلهم بالبينات فما كان الله ليظلمهم ولكن كانوا أنفسهم يظلمون ثم كان عاقبة الذين أساءوا السوء أن كذبوا بآيات الله وكانوا بها يستهزئون الله يبدأ الخلق ثم يعيده ثم إليه ترجعون ويوم تقوم الساعة يبلس المجرمون ولم يكن لهم من شركائهم شفعاء وكانوا بشركائهم كافرين ولم يكن لهم من شركائهم شفعاء وكانوا بشركائهم كافرين ويوم تقوم الساعة يومئذ يتفرقون فأما الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات فهم في روضة يحبرون صدق الله العظيم وصدق رسوله الكريم
عظم الله أجورنا وأجوركم بمثابة أبي عبد الله الحسين. We continue our mourning for this month of Muharram. We'll continue the program with poetry. I'd like to request Brother Imtiaz to come and recite poetry with a loud salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
सलवात बरपा दे मोहम्मद सलवात
اللهم صل على
This is a Marsiya. कैसी बात खिज़ां कर बला में चली कैसी बात खिज़ां कर बला में चली बाग ज़हरा की मुरझा गई हर कली कैसी बात खिज़ां कर बला में चली सुबह आशूर घर कितने आबाद थे गोदियाँ थी भरी सबकी अतफाल से एक कयामत हुई दो पहर जब ढली एक कयामत हुई दो पहर जब ढली कैसी बात खिज़ां कर भला में चली सख्त मुश्किल में है सरवरे दिल हज़ीं लाश अकबर की मौक़तल से उठती नहीं आइए अब तो इमदाद को या अली आइए अब तो इमदाद को या अली कैसी बात खिज़ां कर बला में चली بجھ گیا لیلا کے گھر کا دیا، ماں نے اصغر کے جھولے پر ماتم کیا، کٹ گئی رن میں ہر شاخ پھولی پھلی، کٹ گئی رن میں ہر شاخ پھولی پھلی، کیسی بات ہے خزاں لوٹتا تھا کوئی زر تو چادر کوئی، چھینتا تھا سکینہ کے گوہر کوئی، بے کسوں میں قیامت کی تھی گھلبلی، بے کسوں میں قیامت کی تھی کلبلی، کیسی بات خزاں کر بلا میں چلی۔ صلوات برمان محمد صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم۔ پکاری زینب مضطر حسین آ جاؤ، پکاری زینب مضطر حسین آ جاؤ، نہیں ہے چین میسر حسین آ جاؤ، گئے ہو جب سے تمہاری سکینہ ہے بے چین، گئے ہو جب سے تمہاری سکینہ ہے بے چین، سلانے سینے پہ اپنے حسین آ جاؤ، پکاری زینب مضطر حسین آ جاؤ، کہاں ہے اکبر و قاسم، کہاں علم بردار، کہاں ہے اکبر و قاسم، کہاں علم بردار، وطن کو جاؤں میں کیسے حسین آ جاؤ، پکاری زینب مضطر، کفن کہاں سے میں لاؤں میرے شہید حسین، کفن کہاں سے میں لاؤں میرے شہید حسین، نہیں ہے سر پہ دائیں حسین آ جاؤ، پکاری زینب مضطر حسین آ جاؤ، نہیں ہے چین میسر حسین آ جاؤ، صلوات پڑھو۔
سلام پڑھ کے اس کا مرثیے میں انشاءاللہ صلی اللہ محمد و آل محمد۔ تجھے دیکھنا ہے وضو میرا، تجھے دیکھنا ہے وضو میرا، تیرا عشق میری نماز ہے، تو ہی بخش دیتا ہے شاہیاں، تو بڑا غریب نواز ہے، تجھے دیکھنا ہے وضو میرا، تو عبادتوں کا سجود ہے، تو شہادتوں کا قیام ہے، تو عبادتوں کا سجود ہے، تو شہادتوں کا قیام ہے، تو ولایتوں کا رکوع بھی ہے، تو ہی لا الہ کا راز ہے، تو نبی کی پشت پہ ہو اگر تو نماز حق بھی ادا کرے، تو نبی کی پشت پہ ہو اگر تو نماز حق بھی ادا کرے، تو حسین ہے، تو حسین ہے، تو نماز کی بھی نماز ہے، تجھے دیکھنا ہے وضو میرا، تو نبی کے کاندھے پہ ہو اگر تو خدا کی مرضی دکھائی دے، تو نبی کے کاندھے پہ ہو اگر تو خدا کی مرضی دکھائی دے، تیرے ہاتھ میں دو جہان ہیں، جو نبی کی زلف دراز ہے، تجھے دیکھنا ہے وضو میرا، درود پڑھیے محمد آل محمد۔ آج چونکہ عنوان محمد کے حوالے سے ہے، مرسی کے چند اشاروں کو پیش کرتے ہیں۔ درود پڑھیے محمد آل محمد۔ جب زخم کھا کے بنت علی کے پہ سر گرے، جلتی
زمیں پہ تشنا جگر خون میں تر گرے غل پڑ گیا کہ خاک پہ رش کے قمر گرے سن کر حسین قلب و جگر تھام کر گرے عباس دل پہ داغے علم کھا کے رہ گئے جعفر کے پھول دشت میں مرجھا کے رہ گئے جعفر کے پھول دشت میں مرجھا کے رہ گئے باجے بجے سپاہے اردو میں جو ایک بار ڈیوڑی پہ آ کے کہہ گئے اکبر بحال ذات ہے بیبیوں میری پھوپھی اماں سے ہوشیار ارے گرزوں سے فرق اونو محمد ہوئے فگار آئے تھے ہم بھی صرف خبر کے سنانے کو جاتے ہیں شہ غریبوں کے لاشیں اٹھانے کو جاتے ہیں شہ غریبوں کے لاشیں اٹھانے کو شانے ہلا ہلا کے پکارے شہ خدا مامون سار ہوش میں آؤ تو ایک ذرا کچھ حال دل سناتے ہوئے جا میں فدا یہ سن کے دونوں شیروں نے کی آنکھیں نیمواں دیکھا رخ امام تو گھبرا کے رہ گئے یاد آ گئی وہ بات کہ تھرا کے رہ گئے یاد آ گئی وہ بات کہ تھرا کے رہ گئے مولا نے پیار سے کہا ہے یہ کیا کیا لرزاں ہے جسم کس کا تمہیں ڈر ہے میں فدا شہ کے قدم پکڑ کے پکارے وہ میں لگا ڈر کا ہمیں یہ ہے کہیں اماں نہ ہو جفا ارے زحمت ہوئی ماں میں فلک بارگاہ کو سمجھے نہ وہ کہ ہم نے بلایا ہے شاہ کو سمجھے نہ وہ کہ ہم نے بلایا ہے شاہ کو جب زخم کھا کے بنتے مولا کوئی غم نہ دے آپ لوگ سوائے غم حسین کے صلو علی محمد و آل محمد
We give our condolences to the Holy Prophet, his holy daughter, and my Ahl Bayt, and especially Imam of our time, Ajjalallahu Ta'ala Farajak.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
For these days of Hizn, for the tragedy of Karbala. We continue our journey towards the 10th. Inshallah, tonight again we have Maulana Hussain Walji. I would like to request the Maulana to come to the mimbar with a loud salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
One more salawat in the name of our 12th Imam, Imam Sahibul Asri wal Zaman. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Sham walon pehchano, Kufe walon pehchano, یہ زینب ہے، یہ زینب ہے، یہ زینب ہے. کون ہے یہ بے چادر، کربلا کی پیغمبر، یہ زینب ہے، یہ زینب ہے، یہ زینب ہے. حیدری گھرانہ ہے، فاطمی وراثت ہے. قید ہونے والی تو حافظ امامت ہے. صبر نے دعائیں کی، شکر نے بلائیں لی. یہ زینب ہے، یہ زینب ہے، یہ زینب ہے. یہ ادائیں سیکھی ہے مرتضیٰ کے مکتب میں. جو بھی بات علی میں تھی وہ ملے گی زینب میں. یاد کرو وہ خطبے، پتھروں کے دل پگھلے. یہ زینب ہے، یہ زینب ہے، یہ زینب ہے. جو بچا تھا کربل میں کام کر دیا تو نے. مقصد شہادت کو عام کر دیا تو نے. آج جو نمائش ہے تیری ساری کوشش ہے. یہ زینب ہے، یہ زینب ہے، یہ زینب ہے. بر محمد والی محمد صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم. رحم اللہ من قرأ الفاتحہ. اعوذ باللہ من الشیطان اللعین الرجیم. بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم. بسم
بسم الله وبالله وصلى الله على محمد وآله وأفوض أمري إلى الله إن الله بصير بالعباد. الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. لقد جاءت رسل ربنا بالحق والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين بالقاسم محمد. روحي وجسمي ورواه العالمين لك الفداء يا ابن رسول الله. ثم السلام عليكم يا أهل العزاء الحسين جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله الذي جعلنا من المتمسكين بولاية أمير المؤمنين والأئمة. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين، خصوصا سيدي ومولاي يا أبا الفضل العباس بن أمير المؤمنين وقاسم بن الحسن ومسلم بن عقيل وهاني بن عروة وحبيب بن مظاهر والحر الشهيد الرياهي. السلام عليكم يا ساداتي وموالي جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته. By the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He has given us these opportunities to come here and attend Azai Hussain alayhi salam. This is one of the most powerful universities in the world. There is no university as powerful as this is. If you look at the attendance around the world, in fact, if you look at city by city, continent by continent, you will find that there is not a single minute where Azai Hussain is not happening. In a 24-hour span, all the way from Australia, all the way up to New York, all of the adha that is happening and all the time zones that are going on, you will be amazed that there is nothing in between that one can say that in this hour Azai Hussain is not happening. Therefore, there is nothing more powerful than Azai Hussain alayhi salam. In Hilla, or the town of Hilla, which is a town between Karbala and Najaf, when you're going there, you see the exits. In this town, there is a history that talks about a certain individual whose name was Hilli. This is not Allama Hilli, who has been buried in Najaf. This is another Hilli. Who was this Hilli? His mother used to pray every day that, oh Allah, give me a son that I can use to kill the Zawars of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. This is what she was praying. She's saying to Allah, give me a son. Look at the hatred. These people used to live in near Musayyab. Musayyab is the town where the Farzandane Hazrat Muslim are buried today. And it is a town that during the time of Saddam and afterwards was dangerous for the Zawars to go there. But today, Alhamdulillah, it is a growing city and it is a flourishing town. This family used to live in Musayyab. Their father was the governor of Mosul. And we all know Mosul city, we've always heard in the American news media, we've always heard about Mosul. If Saddam comes, his name comes, Mosul comes. So he was the governor of Mosul. And so this family's only objective was that they should get a child that would kill the Zawars of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. The child was born. Allah gave him a child. The child grew up. He was about 17, 18 years of age. And his mother told him that, you know, from the very beginning of your birth till now, I have been telling you that you will one day have to kill the Zawars of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. So he goes near the bridge of Musayyab. And people usually cross there to go to Sham. So he goes there and he sits. As he arrives at that bridge, he sees that there is a lot of dust there. There was a lot of dust. He could hardly see anybody. But when the dust settled down, he realized that the caravan had already gone by, that he was aiming for. He wanted to hit that caravan. So he sat there. And he was thinking, should I wait for the second caravan to come by? Or should I go back home? He was just thinking. It was late and he fell asleep. In his dream, he sees that the angels are grabbing him and taking him towards the fire of hell. But the fire of hell tells the angels that if you put him here, we cannot burn him. The fire says, no, we cannot burn him. So the angels asked why. He said, because this man had swallowed the dust of those who had gone for the ziyarat of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. They had gone for that ziyarat. He had dust in his lungs. So they said, his body is all covered with dust. So they decided to give him ghusl. So they took him inside, they poured water on him, they did ghusl, they brought him back. When they brought him back, they said, as they were ready to throw him into the fire said, no, you can't do that. He said, why? He said, because the dust that he swallowed has settled on his heart. This man, after this event, goes home and thinks about himself. Today, he is known in Hilla as among the topmost scholars. Why? Because this event changed his heart forever. His mother was aiming one thing, but God had different plan for him. He goes to the haram of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. And he sticks on to the haram of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. And he says, Ya Abu Abdullah, look at the power that you have. That you have changed me forever. We come here. We come here with the love of Ahlul Bayt and the Holy Quran in our heart. There is no way a person who has the love of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein and the love of Quran will ever have to suffer in the event of his death. That is the power of this institution, my brothers and sisters in Islam. We started this center, and if for all of those of you who are here, in fact, most of those who should be here are not here, they're outside, and I don't know what they're doing. But this center, if you think of it, started from almost nothing. We started this center with very few families. Everybody was in doubt. Will it survive? Hey, can it? Or will it not survive? But you know, the only guidance that I have for the people was that any time you do anything with sincerity of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you will never fail in that project. Today, alhamdulillah, what do we see? We see that this is a flourishing community, and it will inshallah even flourish more. I assure you that within the next 2 years, this place that we have will not be enough. We will have to increase the size of the center. But this is what sincerity does. And wherever Azai Hussein goes on, that institution will never fail. We were thinking that there is another center here. What will happen to them? They are there, we are here. And alhamdulillah, they're doing well. And so are we. And there will be, inshallah, more and more of this. But this is the power of this institution, the power of this sort of congregation that gets together and remembers Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. A question was asked many times that why did Abu Abdullah al-Hussein take his family and children to Karbala? Why? He could have gone himself. There was no need to take his family. But when Abu Abdullah al-Hussein was asked this question, why are you taking your family? He said, you see, if the war would have occurred, there were many wars during the time of Hazrat Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. And there were wars that took place. But he wanted a war that if it ever happened, the power of that would remain until the day of judgment. So what did he do? He takes his family and children. He leaves Medina towards Mecca. He turns his niyyah on the 9th of Zilhajj. And he leaves for Karbala. He's asked this question and he said, there is only one reason. You see, in a war, if the war would have happened, let's assume the war happened, the history would have come to an end. Just like any other war in the past. Everything would have come to an end. We would have said Imam Hussein went to Karbala. There was a war. and it was finished. The culprits that did the harm to Imam Hussein alayhi salam would have gotten away. But the lady who made sure that the message of Hussein continues beyond Karbala is among the most powerful lady in Islam today. And that is none other than Janab Zainab Salamullah alayhi. There is an Urdu poet who said that Karbal ke safar mein agar hum sheer na hoti, right? Karbal ki safar mein agar hum sheer na hoti, to Sham ke bazaar mein takreer na hoti. Right? Sham ke bazaar mein takreer na hoti. Zainab ke hi sadke se Islam hai baki, warna Islam ki tawqeer na hoti. You understand? The value of Islam would have not been there. That is why she was adamant that when she came back to Medina after the event, she hung on to the Messiah of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. In one of these majalises you will hear, because it is very important for us to know, after all, who are there that actually took the account of everything that happened? Who really took care of all that? Who counted the arrows on the body of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein? Who counted? Who saw every word of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein? When he's sitting with Ali Akbar, it is recorded. Who was recording all this information? What is their role in this? As we get time, inshallah, I will explain to you. Another subject that is of utmost importance, which I will talk about, is euthanasia. In this country, today, where we came from, 35, 45, 50 years ago, or some of you may come recently, some have come here for many years. The medicine in this country, the medical institution has changed. Every attempt was being made at a time to make sure that we do everything to keep a human alive. The problem is the medicine went so far that now they're advising to pull the plug. Right? And I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we never go through that. But Allahu Akbar, every community goes through that. And it is tragic for the family. When that moment comes, and the doctors are telling you there's nothing we can do, you need to pull the plug. What does Islam say about that subject? What does Islam say about organ donations? Because that also is very, very important for us to know. So these are the subjects that inshallah we will cover in the next few nights. I just wanted you to know why some of these subjects are very, very important. Death is inevitable. It is going to happen. Even an atheist, he can say that I don't believe in anything, but he has to believe in one thing, that he is not going to survive. Right? Sooner or later, life will come to an end. The question is, then what? What is going to happen to us? In the universities of Allama Tabatabai used to say, there were students that used to say, that when we went to the classes, he would talk about Tawheed, he would talk about Nabuwat, he would talk about Imamat. But when he would talk about Qayamat, he would say, I don't have all the answers for you. The only answers that are available from the Holy Prophet and his family. That's it. Our belief is that we do not disagree with our other Muslim brothers in Khilafat and whatever. But our belief is that we want those to be called leaders of our communities and our nation of Islam, who know everything from the time I am born until the day I will wake up on the day of Qiyamah. If you can bring me that sort of individual, I'll follow him. But there is nobody like Ahlul Bayt. There's nobody who knows Quran the way Ahlul Bayt knew. You can come up with tafsirs after tafsir, but the tafsir of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein and Ahlul Bayt cannot be matched with anybody. They are the best there is. You see? So, look at Janab Zainab Salamullah alayhi. You look at Janab Zainab Salamullah alayhi, and in the bazaar of Kufa, when she arrives, Yazid and Umar ibn Sa'd and all this, Ibn Ziyad was there. So Ibn Ziyad asks a question to Bibi Zainab. He says, so what do you think now? Proudly. He says to Janab Zainab, so what do you think about all this? And Janab Zainab gives only one answer to him. She said, Ma ra'aytu illa jamila. She said, I have seen nothing but beauty. Imagine, Umar ibn Sa'd and all these people, Ibn Ziyad, everybody is sitting there and asking him the question, what do you think about all these things? And she says, it is nothing but beautiful. A lady who lost her children, her brothers, she is that Zainab who saw the death of the Holy Prophet. She saw the death of Imam Ali alayhi salam. She sees the death of Janab Fatima al-Zahra. She sees the death of Hassan Mujtaba. She sees the death of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. She goes through the entire process of Karbala, and she's saying that all I have seen is just beauty. How do you justify that? Janab Zainab is that personality that we know that when it came to Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, every son he had, their name was Ali first. Every daughter that he had, their name was Fatima. Ali al-Akbar, Ali al-Asghar, Ali Zain al-Abidin, Fatima Sughra, Fatima Kubra. But similarly, when it came to Imam Ali alayhi salam, he had 3 daughters that were present in Karbala. 3 daughters. One was Zainab Kubra, which is the Zainab that we know. The mother of Ona Muhammad. She was there. The second Zainab was known as Zainab al-Sughra. That was Kulthum. She was present in Karbala. There was a third Zainab that was known as Zainab al-Ukhra. The third Zainab from a different wife. And she was present in Karbala. All 3 Zainabs were there. After the event of Karbala, All three sisters died within 1 year. All three of them. Janab Kulsum passed away within 6 months, and she died and is buried in Medina today. Janab Zainab, whom we know, is buried in Sham. And we pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bring peace and justice to the people of Syria so we can go and visit the Zari of Janab Zainab. It is another powerful Zari that I've been there so many times, you feel like you just want to go there again and again and again. And just as we would love to go to Ahlul Bayt, any of their shrines, these are some of the most powerful shrines. But then there was Zainab Ukhra. After they arrived in Medina, two Zainabs left for Egypt. Bibi Zainab and Zainab Ukhra, the third Zainab. They left for Egypt. The third Zainab died in Egypt. The Zainab that you know in Cairo, and I ask you that if ever you are in Cairo, go and visit the Zari of Janab Zainab in Cairo. It is as good of a Zari to go to as the Zari of any of the daughters of Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. Go to that Zari and you will be amazed. I went during the time when the Arab Spring and all these problems were not there. It was a year after that it happened. But you talk of numbers of people. Maybe 10-15% Shia, but the rest of them were Sunni brothers and sisters. It was jam-packed. It was hard to get inside on a Friday particularly. But this is a powerful Zari. It is a Zari of a daughter of Mawla Kainat. And then Janab Zainab, Zainab Kubra, after the burial of this Zainab, went to Sham. And she passed away there. So all three Zainabs died within 1 year of the event of Karbala. Now for Janab Zainab to say, how many children did she have? 5. On Muhammad, Abbas, Ali. And the daughter's name was Kulsum. So there was another Kulsum in the family. And she was married to Abdullah ibn Ja'far. Abdullah ibn Ja'far was born in Africa, in Ethiopia. And inshallah, if I get a time, I can talk to you about the biography of Abdullah ibn Ja'far, because it's very, very interesting how this whole thing transpired and how some of the same things started to happen in Karbala. But you look at Janab Zainab and she says, Ma ra'aytu illa jamila. That I have seen nothing but beauty. What beauty? You see, in Islam, there is 4 types of beauties. One beauty is Zahiri beauty, right? Where you see somebody just the way we are. We do everything to make sure that we look good. If I'm a lady, I will try to make sure that I'm the most beautiful woman. Islam encourages that. Zainab was known as the adornment of her father. That's the name Zainab. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loved, and He still loves beauty. Because before He even brought us, He first created the beauties of the world and then placed us in, so that we can admire how beautiful my Lord is. That's what He did. The Holy Prophet of Islam used to put perfume. And he used to wear his best of clothes. Don't ever think that the Holy Prophet just walked with a blanket or something. No. He wore the best of clothes. To the extent that one of his wife came to him and said, "Why do you dress up so well?" Have we ever been asked by our wives? Think of it. I don't remember my wife ever asking me, "You have dressed up very well today." It's always the other way around. Right? It's always the other way. Why? Because we only have few clothes. Right? There are only few colors. I go to the shop, either I buy brown or black or gray. I don't buy purple. Right? I don't buy green pants. We buy gray. So it's minimum. The number of shirts is minimum. I will wear over and over again. But they will have to only wear once. Saal mein ek dafa. I don't want anybody, she will say, that you go to the mosque to say, "Aapne ye pehni hui thi?" No. She has to think that this is new. Right? If it is a wedding, then you are more in trouble. Because you have to buy some more clothes. शादी दूसरों की, कपड़े पैसे और सब अपने. Right? This is how it happens. This is how it is. So you do everything. So the Holy Prophet was asked that, you dress up so well. And the Holy Prophet said, "I'm doing it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala." You see, I'm doing it for the sake of Allah. Then you look at the eighth Imam. The eighth Imam used to have 5 brushes. Before every salat, he would brush his teeth. And he would name that brush Fajr, Zohar, Asr, Maghrib, and Isha. He used to have 5 brushes. He used to make sure that he had the cleanest teeth. The Holy Prophet himself, there is an event in the Holy Quran in Surah Tahrim. What is it? He went to his wife's house. And her name was Zainab. So he goes to her house. And the wife that were behind. Sometimes I wonder, one is enough. One wife, why are you asking for 2 and 3? Whenever you go somewhere, in majalises, and you say, "Let's have question answer for men," what do you think the question is? "Kya main dusri shadi kar sakta hu?" They love that question. And I said, "Why are you asking?" "Because you can never do it anyways. Don't tell me you're gutsy." Okay. But one is Alhamdulillah. And may Allah give them health and with love and care for all of us. But here is the thing. These wives sat at home and came up with a plan because there was jealousy. The Prophet had gone to the Zainab's house. So he comes back, and one thing he used to love is honey. And they knew that he would have honey. So when he came back, they said, "Your mouth is smelling." They are telling the Prophet. Surah Tahrim, look at it. Said, "Your mouth is smelling." And the Holy Prophet said, "Well, then from tomorrow, I will not have any honey." And there is an ayah that came from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Tahrim. Allah says, "O Prophet, why are you making something haram that is halal for you?" In short, why are you discrediting that which is halal for you? So the Holy Prophet used to do that. He had a companion called Uthman bin Mathnoon. Uthman bin Mathnoon was a companion, and it's interesting about him. And I'll continue inshallah tomorrow because it's important, I don't have the time. But Uthman bin Mathnoon was one of those individuals that he was a very dedicated person, a companion of the Holy Prophet. But one day his wife came to the Holy Prophet and said, Osman has left the house. And he said, where did he go? He said, I'm going into seclusion. I'm just going to go away. I don't want anything. When Ayatollah Khomeini, rahmatullah, when he came in, and when we came to know there were people during that time, even in the United States, England, everywhere, there were youngsters. Because they saw Imam Khomeini in the most simple clothing, and they knew he didn't have anything inside the house, so they said, we will practice Zuhud. But they misunderstood the meaning of Zuhud. Zuhud is very good in Islam. We should all practice that. But these guys misunderstood that. So just Uthman bin Mas'ud said, you know what? I don't want anything, and he kind of walked away. He walked away, and so the Holy Prophet calls Uthman bin Mas'ud to explain to him what is Zuhud. Simply put, it does not matter what you own. You can own a car, you can own a house, you can have the best of everything. But just remember that whatever you own doesn't own you. You own it. If you have wealth, then wealth should not own you. How does wealth own you? Because wealth tells you, we don't have enough money for homes. Wealth holds you. You come here and somebody says, we really need donations for our project. And if you are married, then what happens? The husband will sit and think and say, if I say this much and I give this much, then I don't know what my wife will give. Because we should only give one or the other. You see, each and every one of us are going in our own qabr. No wife, no husband will be coming there. We have to give our own accounting. When somebody says, here is a project for a good cause and you want to give, then just give. Don't think that I will do it when I get home. Because if you go home, it's gone. What you commit there is your commitment. What you commit going away and saying, I will think about it, yes, then you go home and you have an argument. Kitne dena hai? 500 nahi, 500 nahi, 300 dena. Kyun 300 nahi, 200 dena. Then there is an auction mart going on about that project in the house. It happens in all of our houses. So that is what it is. So you look at this Uthman bin Mathnoon, and he goes to him. He comes to the Holy Prophet. And the Holy Prophet recited the khutbah that we recite in our nikah. When we say, An-nikahu min sunnati faman raghiba an sunnati fa'alaysa minni. That portion of the nikah, the khutbah that is recited, came from here. Uthman bin Mathnoon was convinced by the Holy Prophet that when you do nikah, which is a sunnat of mine, you cannot abandon your family. You have to look after your family. You cannot just say that I can walk away and I am following the Holy Prophet. No. You cannot say that I'm just going to the mosque, I abandon my family. That sort of ibadat Allah is not interested in. What Allah wants you to do is to make sure that you fulfill the rights of those whom you have at home and then go and fulfill your own rights. But you cannot ignore. You look at Sheikh Abbas Kummi. What does happen in his life? He comes home after going through his classes. He comes home and the Jamaat comes there and says, we would like to have him perform namaz, Jamaat namaz. He was a very young man. And he said, only if my mother allows me. And he was a qualified alim. So they asked his mother said, no, I don't want him. I don't want him to lead the prayers. They insisted, and she said, okay, let him go. So he goes. He leads the prayers, he starts the prayers, he comes back home, and the mother says to him, how many people were there today? And he said there were about 5 people. So the mother said, then from tomorrow you are not going to perform the namaz. I don't want you to perform. Second day they came again. Again they requested him. Again he goes. He goes, and again his mother asks him, so how many people were there today? He said about 15. His mother said, from tomorrow you are not reciting. The community came and insisted. He kept on telling the community one thing. It is sunnat for me to come and lead the prayers. It is wajib on me to hear what my mother is telling me. You see, it is wajib, he said. Therefore I will not. When we talk about this beauty, Zahiri beauty and Batini beauty, and there is a beauty that Quran also talks about. These are beauties, but here's what Abbas Kummi does. The third time he goes to the mosque, he leads the prayers. People are behind. He leads the prayers, he comes home. His mother says, how many people were behind you? He said, mother, I don't know, because today I was so involved in my namaz. The mother said, from today you can lead the prayers. Because today you are connected to your Lord. You didn't do your ibadah to show others. When I was asking you, that means you were looking behind to make sure how many people were there. But that ibadah that you did without knowing how many people were even behind, that is the ibadah that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants from you. You see. These are the beauties. And I will continue tomorrow because I just don't have time. But tonight we are sitting here to give our condolences to Janab Zainab Salamullah for her 2 sons, On and Muhammad. This was a very difficult test for Janab Zainab. Very difficult test. It is said that from the time guarding the tents and Mawlai Kainat, Hazrat Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam appeared. And she fell apart. The other time was when she was told to enter the darbar of Yazid without hijab. And the third time was when they were playing with Imam Hussein's teeth and his eyes. They used to poke at his teeth and eye. And that broke the heart of Zainab. But this is that Zainab history tells us that when on Muhammad were asked on the night of Sham-e Ghariba, Imam Hussein said, I went through every tent and I saw in every tent, but I came to a tent of Janab Zainab and I saw she was preparing her 2 children. Maybe 9 or 13, some say 11 or 15, but they were young. So they were being prepared by, and to what extent that Janab Zainab was combing the hair of her children, preparing them for the death. And so what happens? In the morning hours, on Muhammad, after the death of Ali Akbar, because the sequence that we go is not the sequence that happened in Karbala. Hussein was the first shaheed. from the family of Abu Abdullah Hussein. But when Ali Akbar came, he is the only one whom Imam did not say, Ali Akbar, I don't want you to go. But every other child that came, when Ono Muhammad came, Imam Hussein says to Ono Muhammad, no, I don't want you to go to war. I want you to go back and take care of your mother. When they came back and talked to their mother, Janab Zainab comes rushing over to Janab Imam Hussein and says, why don't you allow my children? Why don't you allow my children? What will I say to Fatima, our mother, as to what did I give in Karbala? When she made that remark, Imam Hussein's heart melted. And he called Abbas and he said, Abbas, come here. Hold on. I will hold Muhammad. They are so young, we will place them on the horse. So they placed two of the sons of grandchildren of Ali ibn Abi Talib and Jafar al-Tayyar on the horse. And said, now you can go. History said that Zainab did not utter a word. She just stood still outside her tent. When Ono Muhammad comes to the battlefield of Karbala, and at that moment, as they kept on fighting, they kept on looking at Hazrat Abul Fazl al-Abbas, and they saw Abbas was approving the way they were fighting. But then Umar ibn Saad orders the people to go in a group and hit these children. Ono Muhammad were both hit, and both of them came down from the horse. Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, when he hears the call of these two young children, he runs towards the battlefield of Karbala. He comes near On, and he sits near On, and On starts to utter some words. Imam Hussein places his ear near his mouth, and On is saying, Ya Abu Abdullah, are you happy with us? And Imam Hussein said, yes, On. I am happy, your mother is happy, everybody is happy. But the On said one thing that really moved Imam Hussein alayhi salam. When On said, Aqa, when you go and meet my mom, tell my mother that even though we were and had the ability to drink the water from Furat, but we did not drink any water, as we had promised my mother. Let her know that we did not drink any water. Imam then seeks the help of Abbas, and they brought the children near the tents. All the ladies rushed out to receive Ono Muhammad. But Sakina, but Janab Zainab stood still outside the tent. Imam Hussein said, Zainab, come and look at your children. Some historians say that even at that moment, Muhammad's lips were still moving. Zainab goes closer to him and he says, oh my mom, are you happy with us? And he loses his life. It is said that Zainab remained very disciplined and did not cry at any moment. In fact, when the heads of all the shohadas were given to the relatives, when the two heads had come for Ona Muhammad to the mother, all she had was tears, but she did not cry. But when she reached Medina back, that was the most difficult time, as it would be for a mother. History says that when she entered the house, she saw the two little mattresses of her children. She grabbed the mattresses and hugged them and said, and she started to cry, and she cried, and she said, oh Muhammad, I miss you, both of you. ألا لعنة الله على القوم الظالمين سيعلم الذين ظلموا أي منقلب ينقلبون إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم بحق محمد وأنت المحمود، بحق علي وأنت الأعلى، بحق فاطمة وأنت فاطر السماوات والأرض، بحق الحسن وأنت المحسين، بحق الحسين وأنت كديم الإحسان. إلهي توبة قبل الموت، وراحة عند الموت، ومغفرة بعد الموت، والنجاة من النار، ودخولا في الجنة، وعافية من كل بلاء الدنيا وعذاب الآخرة. ماتم حسين.
Ya Hussein. Ya Hussein. Ya Hussein. Ya Hussein. Ya Hussein. Keep showing life. Keep showing. Ya Hussein. Ya Hussein. Ya Hussein. Ya Hussein.
We have a few more spots outside for blood donations. So if anybody is thinking about donating your blood, please contact Sadiq Bhai outside. Sallallahu Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Ya Hussein.
हो गया मरना सितम अब्बास का,
करते मातम हरम अब्बास का।
हो गया मरना सितम अब्बास का,
मातम हरम अब्बास का,
हो गया मरना सितम अब्बास का,
मातम हरम अब्बास का,
हो गया मरना सितम अब्बास का,
मातम हरम अब्बास का,
हो गया मरना सितम अब्बास का,
मातम हरम अब्बास का,
हो गया मरना सितम अब्बास का,
मातम हरम अब्बास का,
हो गया मरना सितम अब्बास का,
मातम हरम अब्बास का,
हो गया मरना सितम अब्बास का,
मातम हरम अब्बास का,
हो गया मरना सितम अब्बास का,
मातम हरम
السلام على الحسين، السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين. The Tahiyya is for Janabi Ali Akbar. This is what his mother was calling him for him martyr. So when I say Ali Akbar, you say after me Ali Akbar, and you do Latmiyya during that. إلام السفار يا نور البصر، إلام السفار يا نور البصر، يا ثمار عمري يا علي الأكبر، يا ثمار عمري يا علي الأكبر، إلام السفر يا نور البصر، إلام السفر يا نور البصر، يا ثمار عمري يا علي الأكبر،
ضياء دربي ربيع قلبي يا رأس مالي وكل كسبي ضياء دربي ربيع قلبي يا رأس مالي وكل كسبي يا أفضل ما أعطاني ربي يا أفضل ما أعطاني ربي يا شبيه الرسول المطهر إلى السفر يا نور البصر إلى السفر يا نور البصر يا ثمر عمري يا علي الأكبر يا ثمر عمري يا علي الأكبر حملتك يا نور عيوني حملتك يا نور عيوني في أحشائي وفوق متوني لأجلك ما نامت عيوني لأجلك ما